Hola, minasan! Welcome back for another round of City Hunter. Last episode, yeah, we get to meet Makamura's sister, Kaori, as 19 beautiful women were kidnapped, injected with the muscle stiffener, and were made to look like mannequins as part of the human trafficking ring to Hong Kong. Very terrible, very horrible. Rio didn't realize that that was Kaori because she posed as a guy. We learned about model guns. We learned a few other things, and yeah, the case was solved. Rio did another impossible thing where he shot his gun as a train moved in front of him, and he somehow, by sheer luck, got the bullet to go through one window of the train, not hit anybody, any of the passengers, and go out another open window to the other side, struck the guy in the arm, rendering him incapable of pulling the trigger. The odds are astronomical, but two windows parallel to each other would be wide open, and and at the speed it was going, was able to have just enough frame rate for the I chalk it up to the animators hitting the slow button. I chalk that up to the animators deliberately slowing down the frame rate of the animation to get the bullet to go through. Because any other scenario would not work. It would not work. I know they're trying to make Rio, this awesome marksman, but you don't want him to be that perfect. Don't want him to be that perfect. It's like the whole plane thing. They're in the freaking air, and somehow he managed to hit the freaking latch of the door. So what? How's he gonna use the gun this time? How's he gonna use the gun this time? Let's find out. In episode 5. Goodbye, Makamura. Tearful birthday on a rainy night. So comment, like, subscribe, follow, and hit the notification bell. And now let's get reacting. Spooky lights. Oh, it's just a car. Yakuza? This looks like the Yakuza. Let me guess. Gun inside the flowers. Wow, he's a quick draw? What in the world did he use? My man's a flasher. He's like, of course. And it's legit. It's legit. He's got it. He's gonna pass the bill. Watch him pass the bill. Oh, 77,000 yen. Oh, there they go. My man is like, oh, you need a replacement? Here, try this. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Pan. Ah! Oh, I thought that was them slurping the so she's running the water. Medicine for the dessert. Damn. He said she gonna make dubious food. Visa. My city. Is that an actual mall? Oh, XYZ message. They got a case. Tomorrow 7 p.m. While we wait at Silky Club. Oh. Damn. And you were doting over her a couple episodes ago? Oh? Yeah, Ryo knows. He had to shoot a guy down. Music's hardcore here. Ah, Garcia. We got a Hispanic here. Oh. Power play. Oh, not a good idea. Yo, those are butter knives. What a line. Devil is worse than a rat. And here they try to run him off the road. Watch. Blame it on the rain. That's some powerful wheels. Flash that chest. Death by chest flashing. Oh, how's he gonna get out of this one? Oh, they're coming after them. No, no. Oh, he survived. Whoa. Did his car blow up too? No way. No way. Yo. He dead? Oh, wow. Oh, damn. Oh, man. She now lost 2 families. Oh, man. Ryo's gonna go. He's gonna go ham on these guys. Yep. Ryo shoots from the hip and went straight for their hearts. Dang. Dang. Yo. I would not want to cross Ryo. Or shall I say John Wick? Damn. Dang. Yep. Oh, nice. Dang. People are just dying left and right around John Wick here. What? No way. Wow. Uh-oh. It's that him? Yeah. Oh, we're gonna have a showdown. Dang! Wow. What a villain. There's the black hand. Flash. Just Flash. Oh. Wow. It was a cybernetic arm. My man got on the knee too? Blows up. That's for the cars. You blew up. Wow. Dang. What a... Man. Poor Cody. Man. Wow. So strong. Hmm. There you go. You have a new Makamura. What an episode. Oh man. I did not expect Makamura to die so quickly. Like, wow. That's way too quick. He should have lasted a whole season. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. It's taken me a while to formulate some thoughts here because this was a very, very, very deep episode. A very rare episode in which we see Rio uh, not doing the lecture joke. It's pretty crazy. There wasn't really much in this episode for research, but he did mention Pachinko, and I thought it'd be a little fun for the moment to take a look at the world of Pachinko in Japan. You know, everything you wanted to know about this Japanese gambling game. Pachinko, um, was first introduced in the 1920s. This is coming from Japan based? Huh. Interesting. Interesting name. They were first introduced to Japan in early 1920s, and today there are over 9,000 Pachinko parlors across the country. Estimated that about 7 million Japanese were regular Pachinko players in 2020, more than 5% of the population. So, yeah, it's a popular form of entertainment. This game is between Western pinball and slot machines. Involves dropping small balls into a machine and watching as they bounce and slide in various pathways. They look something like they're gonna look something like this. All right, this is coming from Abroad in Japan. Abroad in Japan. So this is Abroad in Japan. This is what a pachinko game looks like. As you can see here, it's very flashy, very big. Looks like a slot machine. Let's see here. When played, basically you turn this big giant dial, and you throw it spits the balls out, and they start falling down like a plinko, like the plinko game in Price is Right. They do that, go into various types of slots, and if you get them a certain way, doing certain things, get into certain spots like where he's pointing at, then you start getting more points and more balls and so on. And they go into these little trays, some of the balls that fall out, and you take the trays in and you redeem. And you do a redemption kind of thing. But that's what a pachinko machine looks like overall. I still there's a lot to that game, but it does come off simple, but it's a little bit more complex than what it looks like. I did get to play a demo of an Evangelion pachinko ball at Japan Society many years ago. They had it on display as part of a special Japanese pop culture exhibit. They had all kinds of displays of like Ultraman, going through like the history of Japanese pop culture, and they had the pachinko machines of Evangelion. They didn't they didn't like give you the balls or anything. They would just give it's a rigged demo just to let you have an idea of how the game is played, and it was pretty boring. You turn the dial to increase the speed of how the ball shoots out, and then you watch them fall down. It didn't grab me, quite honestly. It didn't grab me. I'm sure, if I were to learn a little bit more of the game, saying like all of its intricacies, I'm sure it'll be way more fun. I didn't come across any pachinko parlors when I visited Japan 20 years ago. And I have no interest in going into those because some of those from what I understand, tend to be run by yakuza, and you don't want to you don't want to accidentally going into the wrong ones. And given their stringent gambling laws, as I covered in a couple episodes ago, in previous shows. Pachinko, it is possible to get money out of pachinko, but keep in mind that it is a skeezy run place, and you could end up getting hurt if you're not careful. If you're not careful, uh, but for the most part, clean pachinko parlors would offer like toys or plushies or dolls or some other thing as prizes. But if you're looking for the money, you're going to be going into a very corrupt and skeezy spot, and you want to be extra careful with that. If you intend to do pachinko, how do they work? Well, here they actually explain it. Perfect timing. Their pinball-like vertical board. The game's objective is to shoot small metal balls into the board and then have them bounce off pins and other obstacles to landing into certain pockets. Like we saw, the guy was pointing at the center too. That was a little pocket supposed to go in there. If the ball falls into the winning pockets, the player will receive more balls, which can be exchanged for prizes. This is what a whole bunch of pachinkos look like. The more modern ones really have the flashy videos these days, but older ones look like the old um, pinball and slot machines of old. Uh, yeah, and then here's the more elaborate electronic machines these days. As they say, as it shows here, they're very loud, lots of lights, lots of flashing. Uh, you know, to play it, finding a pachinko is easy since they are present in most cities. You got to be 18 years to play in the pachinko baller. That's the interesting thing. You got to be at least 18 years old to participate. Uh, you can exchange. Let's see here. While an older pachinko parlor might require you to rent balls from the front desk, today you can take a seat in front of a machine of your choice and insert your money in exchange for the balls in a in a typical pachinko parlor. So yeah, it got a little bit more elaborate, like a slot machine where you at a casino where you slip $1 in and it gives you the credits, and then you just start pulling down. They'll give you an X amount of balls. So like for around $4, you get 125 of those. Once you have your bucket of pachinko balls, you can start loading the tray, uh, and then you just start shooting them out. Yeah. So let's see, Koatari, Oatari. So why is it popular in Japan? Attracting people of all ages and backgrounds. There are many reasons why the Japanese are so drawn to pachinko, from its fast-paced gameplay, exciting atmosphere. Okay. Um, Japanese also like trying their luck, making pachinko even more appealing to players. I think pachinko is addictive and causes people to fall into debt. Interesting. Although it may look like gambling, pachinko is technically legal in Japan, while gambling is not. Yeah, that's what makes it so tricky. It's 100% legal, but the gambling part is the illegal part. You gotta trade the balls for prizes, coupons, objects, that kind of thing. Uh, there's no monetary value in those balls, unless you, of course, you're in a skeezy place. Mm. But as it's pointed out, it's not gambling because there is no direct exchange from of money for prizes. But there are loopholes. One of the things, from what I understand, is one of the loopholes is that you would be given those coupons that they pointed out here. You get a coupon, and you could take it to another section, some like around the corner or something. You present the coupon, and you get the cash in exchange. That's one of the ways. But yeah, and again, as it's here, some managers of the pachinko parlor are suspected to be part of the yakuza, um, or even to support North Korea. Ooh, that's scary. That's even scary. So yeah, the question is not so much. The question is there like a safe spot? I don't think there's really any safe spot. I think all the pachinko parlors are in on it. This one is pretty short, and oh, that's all this is. It's just one paragraph. Yeah, pachinko is a mixture of slot machines. This is coming from Japan Guide. The player is quite passive while playing Pachinko, mainly controls the speed with which many steel balls are thrown, which is what the knob does. It can control how fast it goes, how slow it goes. Pachinko machines can be found in Pachinko parlors. Um, Balls can be purchased at each machine using cash or prepaid cards. When propelled into the machine, most balls will simply fall down and disappear, but a few find their way to special holes to activate kind of slot machine. When this happens, you win countless new balls. Note that if you play only a few hundred yen, your balls are likely to disappear. Yeah. Uh, the balls can be exchanged at any time into goods at the parlor's gift shop, but you can also bypass the law that prohibits gambling by exchanging the balls first into some special goods and then exchange the special goods for cash at a small window. Told you, just outside the parlor. Yeah, you see? Like I said, mostly coupons, from what I understand. You know, you get a coupon, you go around the corner, and the coupon will be tendered as cash. Japan's arcade sensation. I don't know if I want to really call that an arcade sensation. This is whysojapan.com. This article is fact checked and it's 100% helpful. Well, that's very nice to know. Let's see here. Yes, the originated in the early 20th century, inspired by a Western game. Interesting. A Western game called Corinthian Bagatelle. This rudimentary precursor laid the groundwork for what would become a significant cultural and economic game phenomenon in Japan. Let us look up Corinthian Bagatelle. Ah, here's the images. This is Corinthian Bagatelle. Interesting. Look at the setup here. And then here are the metal balls that go with it. Okay. Let's zoom in on that. Very interesting design. I could see the inspiration for Pachinko. Interesting. It looks like it lays flat. I'm assuming that you got to stand it up. Or tilt it in a certain way. You get this little thing here. Gotcha. Okay, so you'd have to tilt it. You would use this little stick to hit it. It slides over. I guess we'll have to go to the wiki on this one here. Let's see. Bagatelle from Chateau de Bagatelle is a billiards derived indoor table game, the object of which is to get a number of balls past wooden pins into holes. Okay, so it's a form of billiards. Complete Gamester, Chateau de Bagatelle. Interesting, and here's one of the earliest ones with Abraham Lincoln and Grant. But the one that is noted is called Corinthian Bagatelle. That's pretty interesting. So this is a form of bagatelle then, called Corinthian Bagatelle. I can see here. I can see the incline right here. So you hit it and you get the incline so that the ball will roll down and go for the thing. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense that it will be tilted in some manner. And so Japan took that concept and basically... Oh, there's no pictures here, huh? They got a video here. Oh, come on. What are you doing here? Give me the pachinko. Yeah. There we go. Rather than being on an incline, they made it more looking like a slot machine. There we go. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, went from manual to automated with the art tech. Checking the parlor and give it a try. The components contain metal balls, of course, which are the tokens and game pieces. The launch lever, which you press down and controls the direction and speed. Let's see, pins and obstacles, which is all the stuff that they bounce off of. The jackpot pockets, like I said, the guy pointed at the 2. That's a jackpot pocket, goes into there, and then the prize exchange. So those are the parts, the components of Pachinko. It's it's very simple, but it's very. It looks very complicated. Look at that. Cultural impact. Pachinko's themed around Evangelion Metal Gear Solid have captured the attention. See, like I said, at Japan Society, when they did the J-pop culture event, they had the Evangelion Pachinko, which was very, very fascinating, very fun. I don't feel like this is my cup of tea though, personally, but yeah, let me know if you've done that and had fun going with it. But that's Pachinko in a nutshell. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So tonight's episode. Oh my gosh. We open up with the Yakuza, meeting up with a villain called the General. I would have liked the General had lived. So far, the show's coming off like a creature of the week type of thing. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but nevertheless, they meet the General, and we get these flashes, which I thought he was because of the way he presented himself. Like he, pulled his chest, pulled his cloak out like this. I thought he was going, like showing his his body and everything. But he basically took down the Yakuza, killed them off. Don't know how. They kept it hitting, so I'm thinking it's just another quick draw kind of thing. But somehow he blew up the car. And this is a very, very, very rare episode so far. This is the first episode where Ryo has legitimate consent of having women all over him, having a night out drinking with Makamura, and he's having his mokori all the way. Very interesting. Very interesting to keep note then that if he's not if we're not having lecture jokes, then we're probably going to have a very, very serious episode, and this was a very, very serious episode. Nakamura was all sad. Of course, Ryo was treating his Nakamura to night out for drinks and women, and Ryo gets hit with a 77,000 yen paycheck. And the guard, for some weird reason, decided to just flex muscles at him. He's like, here, have this alternative. That's hilarious. Also, hilarious is this young woman over here, like, oh my gosh, muscles. Equal opportunity club, I see. No problem, no problem. Of course, they end up with a hangover, and Kaori, is getting all perked up and everything. But we did get one quick joke, one quick lecture joke. Which, let's see here. Where is it at? Where did he do? Ah, dang it. Yeah. It was when they woke up. Yeah, it was when they woke up. Here it is. She wakes them up. She wakes him up. He just throws himself. Was it accidental? Sometimes it's sometimes you get the accidental pervert joke. Let's see here. Yeah, he just woke up. Oh, no. No, he just jumped right on in. The one and only joke. Which I'm glad. This was very toned down, quite honestly. Which of course led to the pan. The good old pan. And this time she had an actual weapon. Not the metaphorical 1-ton mallet. Just look at that face. Oh man, that's hilarious. And oh yeah, and then of course it led to them falling into each other and kissing. Oh man, so they end up getting a case. They end up getting a case at the Silky Club. Which I could have sworn that's the same club Ryo went to for when he got hired for another case. But we find out that Kaori's not biologically his sister. She's adopted. His father adopted her after her criminal father uh, got killed. The mother got killed. Everybody basically got killed. She had no family, and so the Makamuras brought her in and raised her. But his father died 5 years later. It's very sad. Uh, and he ended up becoming more of a father figure, which makes the previous what was it, the last episode, the two episodes ago, the past two episodes of him doting over her, and um yeah, that's some Luke Skywalker Princess Leia thing. I don't know. I mean, it's easy to sit there and say, well, they're not biologically related, but the fact that he found that he saw himself in a father role, taking up a more father role for her. um yeah, yeah, Japan. Japan is very open. I don't know what it is. Japan is very open. Um, it's very open. But Rio was willing to take over Makamura's spot in the case. But so that way Makamura could be with Kaoi because it's Kaoi's birthday. But Makamura wanted to go on ahead and do it, and so Rio hooked him up with his gun, and warned him about what to watch out for at the Selkie Club, which we find out they had a Hispanic named Garcia, um, which was very interesting. A Hispanic mob boss in Japan, uh, Garcia. And yes, he did say Garcia, pronounce it Garcia, in Japanglish. In Japanglish, but it was very interesting to see that they had a Hispanic character, mob boss, going at it in Japan somehow. It's like, is Japan a giant mafia magnet? Like all the mafias from all around the world converge on Japan. It's like the United Nations of mafia and crime syndicates. So yeah, he's in on a drug trafficking called Red Pegasus, which they had been injecting uh, the women that worked there. He wanted a hit, but Makamura wasn't having it. Of course, Garcia played his hand a little too hard and threatened Kaori, and of course Makamura wasn't having it. He made it clear that he wasn't having it, and Garcia was hoping to bring Rio in and Makamura into the fold, but he saw them as a threat to his operation, his expansion. Decided to go for the kill and sent in the general, which we didn't get to see the fight off screen. I would have liked to have seen the fight on screen, honestly. Personally, I would have liked to see it, but we end up with this tender moment, this big bro moment, dude bro moment, in which we watch Makamura die in Ryo's arms, and Ryo suddenly became John Wick. He did warn Makamura that Red Pegasus was involved, and we didn't get much reaction out of that from Rio, which is very interesting. Like, he didn't react to that whole thing. I'm wondering if that's the same drug that the medical doctor that who had cancer in the boxing episode was using. If that's the case, then it's very interesting that we got a myth arc going here. Saying that Rio's gonna be coming across, but yeah, he ends up dying in the rain, and poor Kaori, you know, uh, she was expecting to serve the two for her birthday, to celebrate it. But instead, Rio didn't return, and my man comes out of the shadows and starts taking everybody out. Like, he went full John Wick mode on everybody. You know, uh, yeah. Basically, this was a very straightforward episode. You know, he finds one of the young women that Garcia basically is using uh, in his operation, drugging her up and everything. Rio kind of snapped her out of it, and she decided to save him by shielding him from the bullets. Ryo pulls off another impossible move. Again, it's a very impossible move. He shoots this spotlight, and in slow motion, it flashes up and shows where Garcia is, and he pulls off the trigger, and basically effectively killing him. And the general shows up, and in a hardcore line, he's like, "Yeah, I was hired to kill Ryo. I wasn't hired to save you," and left Garcia to die. And the two of them have a showdown, which turns out that the whole flashing thing was not a chest, but in fact, a finger. He has a robot arm, basically. He has a robot arm, basically, which is pretty crazy. And he also has a robot leg. So that means that in this world of City Hunter, there's cyborgs. So we hit sci-fi territory, basically. I did not expect that. It wasn't even established. But then again, I guess we could count Ryo's 100% accuracy shot as sci-fi, sci-fi enough, and that would be fair. I would say from a writing standpoint, that would be fair. That his pinpoint accuracy, like Taskmaster in Marvel Comics, Hawkeye in Marvel Comics with the 100% accuracy, I think that would be fair to say. That that is a sci-fi level. It'll be interesting to see how that happens, but ultimately in the end, he killed them off. My man blows up. He blows up. He shot the bullet in the barrel of his knee and blows the guy up. That's pretty hilarious. And of course, he told Kaori what happened. She ends up being alone again. She lost two family. Her original family, her birth family, and now which of course were criminals, but still, birth family is still birth family. She lost that, and now she lost her adopted family. And yeah, Ryo gave her the chance to walk out, and she chose to partner up. So yeah, Ryo got a new Makamura to work with. So yeah, this episode was just pretty straightforward. Straightforward, very simple. I don't know if killing Makamura was really a great idea from a writing standpoint, but I guess fair enough. The author wanted, didn't want too many characters to work with. Try to keep it a little bit more compact and focused with a 2-character tandem rather than a 3-character tandem. And that's understandable. For every case that keeps going, which means that now Kaori is going to be acting as our surrogate character to surrogate avatar, as you will, the viewer avatar, diving deeper into Ryo's world, and we're gonna get to see from her point of view at times what exactly is going on. That's a fair, I guess that's a fair trade. You know what I'm saying? Because Makamura, and Ryo, story-wise, would already know the information, and it would be dumb for them to give exposition to each other, things that they already know about. The whole "as you know," the very bad writing, "as you know." But with Kaori, being that she's completely new, greenhorn to the whole thing. Greenhorn to the whole thing. Let me see here. Saying being that she's completely new to the whole thing, we're gonna get the exposition more smoothly. We're gonna learn through her. With her, we're going to learn how the whole underground world works, which is fair, which is good. It's good. It's good writing. That's a good approach. It's a good approach. It's a good approach because it'll make a lot of sense, and we won't get so many, as you know, exposition drops. So, overall, a great, very good episode. Very dramatic episode. Really, really brought out the drama. Kept the lecture jokes to just one scene, quick, fast, and had a nice little funny result. But really focused on the drama the rest of the way, and it was just very compelling. It was a very compelling drama, and a great example of showing how animation as a medium can pull off adult drama just as much as live action adult drama can do, and that's pretty good. It's a pretty good thing, a very good example. Really, it really makes a good case that animation can legit be its own medium and not something for the kids. You know, uh, I dare parents put City Hunter in their kids' hands. They'll be like, "What kind of? Oh my gosh, this is pornography." No, it's adult drama. It can't be done animated. It doesn't need to be live action. Stop being insecure. So, head on down to Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com and grab yourself a copy of The Impossible Man, a strange fantasy novel written by me. You'll find links in the description down below, along with links to other merch such as pins, stickers, t-shirts, and music. Enjoy the products, and thank you for your patronage. And thank you to those who purchase the book and create lore videos and fan videos on YouTube. I look forward to seeing those. And you can join me on my live multi-stream on Twitch and Kick every Monday through Thursday, 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to hanging out with you. So until the next research of City Hunter, thank you all for joining me, and I wish you all a good night. Buenas noches, and oyasuminasai.